Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again to On Point with Abbas Hamidi. Today, we have a very interesting personality. He's an entrepreneur. He is also a very good pedal tennis player, and he's also a part of Join the Planet, for which Lionel Messi is the ambassador. Let's learn how he has done it coming from Argentina to UAE and how he's managed to make it big in Dubai. As an entrepreneur, he has followed some strategies, some concepts that I would want to know how he did it. And that's the reason why we've got him today on the chair for the podcast. So hope you guys will like the podcast and keep subscribing and supporting the channel as you always have. Hello, Fran. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
It's amazing to have you today on the studio.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invitations.
It's
I
my
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, Fran.
Welcome.
Let's continue with the podcast. Of course, it's going to be like, how did you manage to come from Argentina to Dubai, and how was that as a journey for you?
Well, it's a far away distance, by the way, but it was a really nice journey. Everything started when I was teaching and coaching for entrepreneurial projects, which was Al Ali Holding Group, which is a holding from Dubai. They've been organizing worldwide in different universities around the world boot camp for entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And I was there mentoring, coaching them. I was teaching them and also organizing those events.
Yeah.
And then I realized that there was a moment in my life that required a certain change, move out of the comfort zone. And I decided to come to Dubai because of this relationship with this company and with this program. And I started with my own consultancy company, and I decided to come to Dubai to find some clients and try to build a bridge between South America and the Middle East.
Oh, okay. So that was your first initial recognition to Dubai. Before that, you were not familiar with how Dubai
but
works.
I visualized myself in Dubai for a long time, and I knew that, of course, it's an incredible hub of business. Like that's why I came, and the power of network and everything here is amazing.
Yeah, so you came and you settled here.
I settled here. I mean, of course, being an entrepreneur in the world, like you have up and down. This roller coaster. So I suffer a lot emotionally, personally, but I'm super strong, and I always came back, and I decided to stay and to persevere, and well, I'm here. That's why.
Okay, great. So so what I understand is from you deal with some baby products to pedal sports and Join the Planet. So there's two extreme ends where baby products and sports. How did you manage to do a combo with that?
Well, I cannot sell a diaper to to Messi, maybe, like it's not possible. But I would say that it doesn't matter which vertical you are getting into. It's related to how you build the startups, how you build your company, the people you partner with, and I think that was the process. So first we started with baby products because we found a gap. I mean, we got a benchmark of a startup from our partners in Argentina that's called Bambox, which similar model related to subscriptions and stuff. So we said, okay, let's try to adapt this concept into the Middle East. We found a needs there, a gap on the market, and we started. But we are expert on tech, e-commerce background. Yeah. So it doesn't matter which products we will sell. The behind the scene and the background, and the back end is all our expertise.
So that is where you got your experience regarding how to deal with your products here in the local market.
We learn a lot. We learned with Zala Baby. That was the first product we launched in the market. we learn a lot about understanding the mother needs, understanding the family needs, because it's for the whole family. Understanding the baby itself and the products and diapers and all of this was a completely learning curve, and then it's when we pivot and change the business model to a private label with Kim and Kimi.
So your Argentina flares is it comes out on the board meetings, or is just in football?
You mean my
the Argentinian that inside you. Where were you at the World Cup?
You can notice this on my language anyway, on my accent, right? But no, my Argentinian. I mean, Argentinians are super passionate. Passionate. We are passionate in sport, football, and I think I use that passion also for myself, for everything I start, and the startups, everything is made by passion. So,
Where were you at the World Cup, and how was that feeling when you
I was in Qatar, luckily, I was that final in Qatar. That was amazing. I think it was the best final ever, in the history. And I was there crying, passionate way. But it was super emotional.
Okay, you talked about sports, right? So you're an entrepreneur dealing with sports and baby products. Let's go one by one. So Emirates Pedal is one of the startups that you guys have started here.
Yes.
Can you talk more about?
Yes. When I came to Dubai, there was I think there were 2 or 3 courts only, paddle courts in Dubai. The sport was super beginning, and it was difficult to find 4 people to play, in a court, because I played tennis all my life. I love racket sport. Then I always was in my mind that the idea of starting a new business related to paddle tennis here. Then a good friend of mine found it with a local partner, Emirates Paddle. And then I joined them as a shareholder with my know-how on setting up a business here, financially, business development, bringing opportunities, investment and stuff. And this is when I became a partner, and now we have 3 clubs in the UAE. We have the distribution of Adidas Paddle. We used to have distribution also for courts. And yes, I mean, we've been through all the growing of the sport here.
Yeah, but why paddle tennis? And you've also invested, you made a company here for that particular sport. And you said that at that time it was not so famous. What got in your mind that there is a market gap, or, because now it's trending. Everywhere you see there's a paddle court.
I felt it, and I saw that some of the VIPs, royal family here were playing. And I knew that the people here tried to follow those trending. So I said, okay, that's a good starting point to bear in mind and research the market. But I was focusing on Yalla Baby at the time, on other projects. But then this is when you visualize, you attract, and this is when after that my friend came and started with the business and said, okay, that's opportunity to jump into that, and I took it. I'm super thankful for that, and yes, that was the journey.
So you play with a lot of royalty. Do you let them win, or you take it as a challenge in every game?
No, they are super competitive and challenging. So if they see that you are maybe playing less than your strengths, let's say, they don't like it. They like you to go full, and try to compete with them, and they will understand, because they will learn, and they will learn from you. This is the thing,
What's the secret of this game, and why paddle tennis has, in recent times has increased so much? What is that one?
Good question. I always say that it's a game. When it's a game, it's like everybody without being fit can go play and have fun, or not need much technical, technical features or technical abilities. Because if you compare with tennis, if you don't really are, if you're not fit, if you don't have the technique, it's super difficult. You will be out of 1 hour, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, looking the ball there, going to look at the ball in the other side. In paddle, not. And also, apart from that everyone can play, is the social aspect, which is you socialize more. There's 4 people in the court. After that, you can talk, you can go and have some coffee. It's different that thing. So that's why people like it. That's why create massive trending on that.
So a lot of people put it on social media as well. Hashtag paddle tennis.
Exactly.
And it trends a lot. And I think it's very easy to play. You don't need a lot of tactics or experience.
No, well,
once or twice.
That's depend on your level. The more you are growing, the more technical and tactic or strategic it is. But at the beginning, you don't need to be a tactic guy or a technical guy. You just go and pass the ball to the other side.
So paddle tennis now is a sport where you've already established yourself. You're playing with the highest level of people. You're already trending. What could be next? How do you see that this company, this sport you can build? What is the next level to go from this sport?
On the same sport, you mean?
Yes.
Well, now we see a maturity on the market that even there are many paddle clubs that are closing. Only the stronger remain, which are the ones who create community, right? Community, and they are indoor. They have nice facilities, but I can count on my hands those clubs. The rest are disappearing. So now the new trend is to try to figure it out what would be a service that these people need on playing paddle. Service or basically equipment. They need equipment. So that's why we focus on the paddle tennis rackets, right? Adidas. So they will need different kind of training. So that's why we have one of the best academies. Like my partners are extremely good on coaching, and we work with the Bella Steguin Academy. We have that concept, or we work closely with Hello Paddle, who is a friend of us worldwide. This is the English academy, the well-known English academy in the world. So those kind of competitive advantages or gap in the market is what we are trying to figure it out.
So you basically give the whole package to the people. You give them equipment, you allow them to play, you create communities.
Yes, and I give you an example. I was in Bali 1 month ago, right? So I saw the paddle tennis growing in Bali. I went to different clubs and stuff. So I said, what Bali as a brand is offering right now? Retreat, yoga retreat, different kind of retreat, meditations, wellness, surf. So I said, and paddle. So I said, why we don't combine all of these? And I was, one night, I was after dinner and said, okay, let's register a web domain, worldpaddleretreat.com.
Wow.
Okay? So I said, now I'm trying to build a new concept someone else is building, but in different ways.
Yeah.
So we can combine wellness, we can combine sport, paddle tennis, we can combine, let's say, adventure or extreme sport like surf, all together in the same place.
Wow.
So that's the idea of be innovative on what next.
That's actually you call a retreat, because you give people everything. Like you take them on an adventure, then you help them play a good sport. So that's a retreat for the body and mind, and it's a very good idea.
That required 10 days of myself being aware and watching. That's why entrepreneurs and we have to be super aware of what happened in the streets, what happened in the place you live, in the community, because that's the way you can figure it out what's the needs. And if you see that surf, and this is all the people are going there for that purpose, well, combine, but the main umbrella, or let's say the main purpose is to train paddle, right? Then the rest are plus,
bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean by paddle yoga? I've read in one of your articles saying paddle tennis yoga.
We do that in Emirates Paddle in Ritz-Carlton. like it's just to find new experiences for the customers in order to bring also more women to paddle, because mostly women are the ones who go to yoga. And this is a way to catch the attention of acquire new customers to
So
see
mix
the facility.
yoga with paddle, or how is it?
It's the same.
It's a
It's like this. You do a paddle tennis session, and then you relax on a yoga session. So we combine the two in one experience.
Wow, amazing. I think I've learned a lot about paddle tennis from you.
No.
And even I follow you a lot. So, it's the game is not so difficult, and it's very easy to, to find a court nearby, and you can just go and, you have a good time and just put your stress off for the daily work that you do, and then you can just play for an hour.
You have
and
application,
have a great time.
mobile application. You find a place. You can even find matchmaking. So.
So let's move from one sport to another one that is more interesting to me, because I'm a Lionel Messi fan, huge fan. Let's talk about Join the Planet. Okay, how did you manage to get the big guy as an ambassador for Join the Planet, and what is Join the Planet actually? What is it about?
Well, I mean, it was not my job to find the big guy. I mean, I'm just helping and advising my good friend who is the founder of this project, and he knows the family and Jorge Messi, who is the father. I also know them, and I met them, and they are super nice, humble, and nice family. And Join the Planet, I think the cost behind Join the Planet is coming from the daughter of my friend, who has a super big ambitious on taking care the planet. She's an activist, and she's super young. And she started putting those ideas into her father, and then he said, okay, we will try to find a main ambassador as a Leo who can build the legacy and become ambassador of the climate change by making and producing his left boots made of garbage from the ocean that we collected with a company called Carum from Chile, but they are worldwide, in which include social volunteers that are working on collecting those garbage from ocean, from rivers, even from the earth. And there is a recycling process that create these raw materials. This raw material is used for manufacturing these left boots of Leo Messi. And there is also a component, or digital component, in the way that you can track by a mobile app. You can track the carbon footprint, and you can track where these material were collected, who were involved in that collection, and the whole traceability of that product, in order to show transparency that this is really a raw material coming from the garbage from the oceans and rivers. And this is where the story started. Then last year we've been lucky to show up to the world these projects in the COP28. The ones who execute and lead the management of the COP28 is a good friend. Now is the president of the foundation. I am advising the board of the foundation. We have plenty of initiatives, social initiatives. Mostly me, I'm focusing on catch social entrepreneurs and startups, because I think we need to work from scratch to young entrepreneurs, to those activists that could become social entrepreneurs, and lead them and try to find them the way of fundraising, but not only fundraising, the way of mentoring, coaching them, how to build a sustainable, grow startup or business out of their ideas. And this is the way that foundation will work with other NGOs. So part of the revenue collected by selling these boots, it's going to the Join the Planet Foundation. And as a part of Join the Planet Foundation, we decide where to invest this money, full, of course. It's a completely NGO in this different initiative we have on the pipeline.
So basically, you take the garbage, the plastics from the ocean, and you convert it into the left boot of Lionel Messi.
Yes.
With I think there's a barcode, right? I've seen one of the boots.
It's a barcode.
Where you
It's
can
a
track
QR code that you scan and you can see all the traceability. I
traceability.
told
Okay.
you, and there is a mobile app as well.
There's also a crypto thing inside, right? Or no?
There is a digital things inside. It's not related to
NFT
Web3.
yeah.
It's clearly, I mean, when you have it's physical, like digital. I mean, it's digital and physical. So it's basically you have both component, but we focus more on the initiative behind. Like I'm more on the philanthropy and foundation side. But of course, there is a team related to position. I mean, the brand and following the strategy and sell those boots in order to, of course, fundraise the foundation so we can do all these social initiatives to take care of the environment.
How do you convert the plastic? I mean, you need very, talented engineers, or which country do you do this, and how many countries?
Now we are currently doing in China and Taiwan, but it's not that big. There is, of course, a manual to do that. We don't have bigger or sophisticated machineries. But yes, it's a recycling process, and then we use that into a matrix which is the matrix of the boot, the model of the boot, and we use those.
So how do you buy those boots? Is it online, or how is it?
It is online, in the website of Join the Planet. And yes, and now soon we there are other like online stores and sellers. Yeah.
So do you see a plastic bottle and do you have any reminder this could be Messi's boots?
Yeah, I mean it's sad at the same time, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's a great thing,
and
because
scary. But
the plastics that you see in the oceans and right now, and how much harm it's doing. Every other day in the news they show that what the plastics are in the ocean. They're killing the fishes, and how much environment damage they are doing. And I think tons of plastics you use to create this boot, and it's a great way to remove the waste from the ocean. And it's an amazing project.
That's the only way to show up that things. But trust me, there are a lot of young entrepreneurs and activists and people that are awakening and they are trying to avoid using plastic in different ways. So that's quite good. I think the war itself is waking
the
up.
awareness is
The awareness is going and raising.
So what's the ultimate goal behind this clean oceans, and have Messi's masterpiece in every household, or both? What do
you mean? What's my goal? You mean?
Yeah. What's the goal of Join the Planet? To have Messi's boots in every household and to clean the ocean.
No,
so both things is done.
That's maybe a misunderstanding. Like Messi is a supporter, is an ambassador, is the first one. What we want to do is to involve celebrities, because at the end you need to spread the word, right? You need to create that awareness that you said. So Messi is the first one. Messi is because 500 million followers in his Instagram account, and because the world now is like this, is following the social media.
Yeah, correct.
But then we have many other celebrities, and we are also focusing on celebrities that are from this side of the world, like in
Asia,
India, Asia. And through all of these celebrities, the idea is to go with other products. Like it's not only necessary to follow and focus on the Messi boots. This is the first one. The idea is to replicate this business model, to bring companies, because companies now, they need to invest part of their revenue in these sustainability projects, mostly related to climate, So we bring on board these companies, this big corporation. We bring on board these celebrities. Then we have word of mouth, let's say activists or word of mouth people that are also kind of influencers, because I want to separate which is ambassador and influencers.
Are separate,
and that combo is where we we want to show out to the world this circular economy model that we are trying to plan, but mostly focusing on the social aspect. I mean, this is what I just said is the foundation point of view, but of course, to make sustainable all the projects, you need to be fundraised in order to make all these projects, or maybe all of these projects happen in the world. And this is how it works.
So in India, which celebrity are you working with?
Well, we've been talking with Jules Racine, but now I cannot mention, but we are with one of the biggest family in India, which they are really interested of this, and they could see the foundation, they could see the purpose of the foundation and the cause, and we really want to invite all of these, kind of celebrities, companies that really could see the cause behind.
Yeah, amazing. Let's move to one environmental friendly product to another. Let's talk about Kimi.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so what is Kimi, and why is it? How did you make it so popular, and what it is today?
Well, the journey started with jalababy.com, which is a subscription e-commerce with the universe of the baby products. Like we have a 360 of different kind of products, essentials and non-essentials that mother and family need for their baby every month. That's why we create a subscription model on that. Then we figured out that we need something else to scale up, which has to be our own private label brand. And we started with the most essential product for baby, which is diapers. And diapers has a baby average use diapers for 36 months, or between 24 to 36 months. So that you will have engaged clients and the retention rate is high when you know that this product will be repetitive use. So, and then we found that we analyzed which products in the market are really good, and we also figured out that the trending was eco-friendly, cruelty-free, vegan, products, because the mother are trying to look that. Also, it's super important the no allergy, no rashes, and which product we use in order to how the health of the baby affect or not. So we put everything into a combo, and we started researching with manufacturing. We started researching and making focus groups and interview with mothers, and the same we did with Jala Baby, but now more focusing on one particular product. And then we built the diapering line of Kim and Kimi, which is part of Jala Baby group. And in 2 years, we rocket up a lot. We are top 5 in the UAE, getting to that way in Saudi Arabia. In both countries, we have our own operations. Then we have presence in more than 16 countries around the world, in bigger countries, like with a huge grow up market, like the US or Russia or India. And we noticed that the mother really liked the product. We have more than 5, or I think now we add a new one, design and prints, so they can choose even the prints according to what your baby likes. The design of the diapers. The quality is quite good, and we are super competitive in terms of pricing. So we are in the premium segment, but super affordable, mostly when you go for these big bundles.
So, Fran, you spoke about Kim and Kimi as a diaper. You've made a diaper company you found a gap, and then you took that opportunity in this market, and now you are one of the top 5 brands. How did you manage to do it? What is the business aspect? Because it's a very cluttered market. A lot of people are already leading in terms of diapers. And they have been in this market since years and years. How did you manage to penetrate that? What is the business aspect that you followed, and how did you become so successful?
I think we found a super high quality products. I mean, it's been a lot of R&D, and research with manufacturing. The key is to find the right manufacturer that now we have in China and looking for other countries as well. And then we analyze a lot the competitors, try to really see which one. I mean, it's not because as I told you, it's like we try to create the less impact in the health of the baby in terms of allergies and rashes and stuff.
Right.
So after analyzing those things, we noticed that the brand could really grow fast.
Yeah.
I think the marketing aspect was super good. We are also converting a lot in TikTok and using this new trend in social media. So the acquisition, the client acquisition side strategy was super good compared to the competitors. And that's
what's the USP like? What is in your product that other product doesn't have, or what do you market on social media so people are buying your products more? What is that?
I think we use certain. I mean, we can show exactly what's the quality of the products and what the benefit of using Kim and Kimi, explaining from the mother's perspective. We don't need to go for big influencers, or we just need to be super transparency, showing what we have. And then the moment they started using it and they realized that it's true what they saw in the advertising or in the social media, this is the moment they start engage and start being loyal to our brand. That's helped us a lot. And then we use certain strategic partners, like working with nurseries, like, for example, we are in the changing room of Nakhil Mall. Things like these that are more brand awareness.
Yeah, collaborations.
Collaboration on brand awareness help us a lot.
Yeah.
But the competitors are also doing it. But the way that we present a super eco-friendly brand and the design side, the design is super nice. The quality. So when they try, they love it. So the first part of putting these products in the family houses was challenging. But the moment they try and use the products, that's different.
I think in Saudi Arabia, how did you're all present in Saudi Arabia, right? That's your biggest market, I think.
Now,
a huge market.
Yeah, that's our big growth market because we signed an agreement with Nadi Pharmacy, which is huge.
How many pharmacies are there?
Now, according to what they say, is that we are, let's say, around 10% of the stores that they have. So we have a huge growth market there.
How many stores they have? I think
they
400 plus.
Yeah,
400 plus.
Or more. More only in Saudi, but they also have in the whole GCC.
Wow.
So this is huge for us in terms of offline, but also we are in Nadi online. But our core is to focus on our store, on our online stores, that's why it's the direct to consumer. So we have a Kim and Kimi Saudi, we have a Kim and Kimi India, we have a Kim and Kimi UAE, Kim and Kimi UK, Kim and Kimi US. So the fast growing brand aspect is because we can setting up that brand and open a new market in 10, 15 days in terms of setup. And then you have to wait for the lead time on receiving the products there and start selling. But the brand itself, we can set it up super fast. Yeah. And this is super good for us.
I think your experience with over so many years and the people that you've coached over your helped you take the right decision in a very short time in this region, because you've grown substantially and very fast, and you've taken the right steps, right decisions, right marketing strategies. Can you talk more about your experience as a professional, as an entrepreneur? And I think your early days, you said that you have trained a lot of people. And you meet here a lot of high network individuals, the people from the royal family. What is that one thing? Do you think that in Dubai, how do people break that threshold and make money? And how do you compare other entrepreneurs from other regions, say Argentina or South America, to here in Dubai? What is the mindset?
Good question. The mindset is because if you're born here, doesn't matter if you are Emiratis or not. Practically, you have more chances to do the network, to build your network, and to set up businesses, and probably you have more access to funds and money to raise and build your own startups or company. But for entrepreneurs that come from outside, that we are labeled or tagged as an expat.
Expat, yes.
It's super hard to build and takes many time and effort to build a network. But I think the key here and the mindset is related to be super honest, super transparent, not try to force, like when you meet someone to force that you are here because you only want to get money out of that.
Yeah.
Because at the end, the result will be that you can create a profitable company and you will get that money back, right?
Yes.
So the mindset is to build your network, focusing on mostly personal relationships. Sport is one of the main tools, like a paddle tennis, to connect and meet these people. But then, no need to. I mean, with the time will give you the response in the way that this time for me to offer a project or to raise funds out of this network I build it, right?
Yeah. So you said time, right? It's a very important and very a lot of people from around the world come to Dubai because Dubai is now a brand, and things have marketed so well in Dubai that they think that a lot of money is here and they can become a millionaire overnight mentality. That mentality, I think, is not good, as you say. It has to be always that it takes time, is what I understand. How would you say that, how much time does it take? What are the things that a person, when coming to Dubai, to open a business or to see that, to become successful, what would you say, what are the right steps and how much time does it take? And what would you say this region is giving as a support for growth?
I give you an example. Like sometimes when companies from Argentina, let's say, come to UAE for an exhibition or try to get some clients or set up their business, from the Argentinian embassy, they call me if it is related to tech or to any of the vertical I'm working, to advise them and explain what is my experience. And I always say the same, like the time here, go fast, but at the same time, you need to wait for the opportunity to present to someone or to. They come and they see, no, I will go 10 days and I will close the deal of my life.
That's not happening.
That's, if you do it, I'm going to be super happy for them because really, I mean, this is amazing. But you need to be, you need to to wait the opportunity to stay, to trust yourself that will come, but on the time that is needed, right? In meantime, you have to enjoy the process, and the process sometimes you go to the bottom, you don't have clients, you don't have money to afford your bills, to pay your bills, and sometimes you are on the top, you feel that your company is going super well, and you attract opportunities and you build the opportunities. But this is the process. This is the process. So I always explain my journey. It's been about 7.5 years here, and I'm still learning. And I'm still meeting new people. And the people there were some people I believe they would be my business partner, but then I realized that not. And now they are good friends, you know.
Friends.
So you need to figure it out how to manage that and to whom you can approach on a business perspective. Because first they need to trust you. You are coming from abroad. You are not part of their community. It takes time.
Correct. Well, how important is networking in this region? The network that you have. Well, how important is it, as you said?
It's top. I mean, it's the number one priority, and it's very important because, I mean, I am now in the position of raising funds for different of our projects, as investor relation manager on on Kimi and Jelly Baby. We are now looking for our exit on that business. So I'm talking with potential investor. We are starting due diligence process, and this is how it works. And every single piece that you are putting together is coming from the people you met throughout all of these years.
Your network is helping.
My network, and that network could, you never know. Yeah. We can go after this podcast to drink a coffee. Yeah. We met someone, but this someone in 10 years from now will become your partner. You never know.
Yes.
The idea is this is about energy. I'm not sure if you if you believe in that, but this is about law of attraction and energy and how you feel. But network is the most important thing.
You work almost, I think, the whole day because you're handling such top businesses. How do you manage work and life balance? What is your schedule like?
No, I mean, again, I like to position myself mostly on an advising point of view. So when you are more as an advisor, or you become more a part of the strategic, or in the board, or it's like you have calls, you have to work on meeting a potential investor or to build your network. So this is more flexible, right? That's the word. Yeah. There are days that you have several meetings and calls, or you are receiving people from outside and you need to be with them, plan some meetings and travel. And there are some days in which you have more time for my self-development, which is super important in my life, and make me feel more confident and love myself and stuff. This is super important also.
How normally, what do? You listen to some music, or it's like a normal coffee with emails kind of a work you follow, or how is it? How do you work?
No. I'm not a routine pursuit. Like I'm not chasing the routine all the time. I'm trying to have a minimum routine in my as my balance in my fitness, or in my sport wise or health wise, right? But then it's planned as according to what should I do?
What is the required?
Different priorities and tasks. As I told you, there are some weeks in which, because we have people visiting the Dubai and I have to be with them and arrange meetings, you have to put aside your personal life sometimes, you know. But I'm trying to build a balance.
Tell me one very interesting story that you've experienced through this complete journey, or a very good advice that you have got, or some funny story that has happened in this complete journey from Argentina to Dubai that you have stuck in your mind and you think that, okay, this is something unusual that has happened. Is there something that you can share with us? Or maybe there are a lot you have to...
there are a lot. There are a lot of experiences. Mostly this year for me it's a bridge related to my personal life, right? To my self-development.
Self-development, okay.
In which I'm finding more deeply myself, right? And that's will put me positioned in a different way also professionally. That's why my intention is to create my own brand behind myself as advisor of these kind of startups, businesses within these industries that we were talking about. Yeah. And as a coach, because I love public speaking, and I think those are the main, let's say the main experiences I've been through this. For example,
that help you grow.
Yeah,
these are the things help you grow in the right direction.
Like for example, teaching and mentoring young entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs. I've been in Khalifa University, in American University of Dubai, or we create different programs here and be connected with these passionate young entrepreneurs is what I love. And if I can connect emotionally or mostly into soft skills, it's even better. And you know, when I feel that I connect that, when I leave the room after speaking, exhausted. That's mean I left all my love, all my passion. And one nice experience before coming here, but I think was one of the trigger. I was in Italy doing this kind of training, and I was coaching emotional intelligence. And there was a Emirati woman, and from Jordan, from different countries in the GCC. And I'm still receiving some messages from them that they remember certain kind of advice I given that time in terms of career and passions, and because I put them strongly on facing the emotions in different ways of their life, because they have to make the right decision. And some of them, they were super emotionally affected because maybe they found the wrong career at the university, you know? But this is what I like more, even more than money and stuff.
Give me one crazy idea that you have for your next business proposal or next business company or...
Crazy idea. Well,
I was thinking that you can create a turf with plastics recycled for your pedal court.
Well, now I'm more into metaverse and,
metaverse
and AI.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be part of certain projects on the metaverse soon that we are gonna launch in September, related to sports celebrities as well. And I'm watching a lot of things to do with AI, and I really want to also try to use those technology for self-awareness, for self-motivation, for human beings. I've been experimented like kind of spiritual experiences, spiritual practices using AI and metaverse stuff, which is huge. It's huge. For that. So I think it's going to be around that.
Yes. Okay, I think our podcast, we can just keep on going, talking about it. Let me just close this podcast with one last question. What would you like to have our audience, the people who are watching today, to have a takeaway? What is the advice that you want to give as a business entrepreneur or as a person who's doing a startup? What is that one advice in this region or maybe around the world who are watching?
I would say persistence, maybe, I'm not sure if that's the right word, but you need to dream, okay? You need to follow, of course, those dreams. I think the balance between your self-development and your personal life, the more healthy you are spiritually, physically, psychologically, and the more you love, you will really find the right purpose in your life. That's the key. And this is what I'm understanding right now on my 38 years old. And take me a lot of time to go to suffer and pain, and go to the bottom and go back. That's the main thing. Try to be balanced with your personal life, and then you will pursue those dreams. But understanding that the goal will be achieved when it has to be achieved.
When the right time is.
In the right time. And enjoying the process is the key.
Wow.
With awareness. This is super important.
That's a great advice. Thank you, Fran. It was great to have you today, and a lot to learn from you, and hope we can do this again soon. There's a lot of talk about metaverse and AI. It's a huge topic that we
will definitely go. I mean, this was more general.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
all
much.
the people who are watching today's episode, thank you for watching, and do like, subscribe, and keep supporting the channel.